Hi, today we're looking at the interpretation of confined space, where a confined space can be any place by virtue of its enclosed nature, which I've discussed on the previous video, where there may arise a reasonably foreseeable specified risk. And today we're going to be starting to talk about these specified risks. There are 5 that are inclusive in the confined space regulations, and the first one we're going to discuss is serious injury due to fire or explosion. The second one we'll discuss, loss of consciousness through the increase of body temperature, loss of consciousness through asphyxiation, through either a lack of oxygen or gas, fumes or vapours. The next one we're going to discuss, drowning in any liquid or the rise of any liquid or fluid. And the next one we're going to cover is asphyxiation from a free-flowing solid, or the inability to reach respiratory atmosphere through a free-flowing solid. But I have a little acronym that I can use, and I tend to use this in class, which is very simple. And if you can remember an acronym HOFF, that's H-O-F-F-F. I find after maybe 3 years, when I have candidates come back to the classroom and they've had myself or other previous colleagues in the classroom who use this as well, when I say HOFF, they tend to remember exactly what a specified risk actually is. So the first one, we have heat. So it's the increase of your body heat. What can that do? Well, it's basically, like I say, it could be, if you can imagine your body being put into a bag, boiling a bag, your body's going to react and eventually you are going to become unconscious. So do we have issues with body heat or the excess body heat? Oh, it's oxygen. But we can either have too much, which then becomes explosive, or we can have too little, which then becomes an asphyxiant. We have fire and explosives, those flammables. Again, they come in different forms: solids, liquids, gases, mists and vapours. They all come under this same group. We also have a flood which causes drowning. And this is the increased level of the liquid. Again, can cause drowning. And the last one was those free-flowing solids. And they are the grain, the sand, lead shot, plastic pellets, that type of thing, where once it comes onto your body, you fall into it, you breathe in, expand your chest, 1.5 inches, exhale, you then have these pellets coming into your chest, so you cannot breathe back out again. So in the concept of the confined space, by virtue of its enclosed nature, partial or fully, must have one or the other. We then have a look at our risk assessment and where do we find we have in our confined space. We could have a lack of oxygen, so we tick that. And if you tick one or more of these specified risks, you have a confined space. And from there, we need to find out through risk assessments, method statements and permits, what level of confined space you may be going into. So therefore, we have a low risk, medium risk or a high risk. For more detail regarding the description of low risk, medium risk and high risk confined spaces, we'll discuss that in a future video.